This is another successful mix and match portable PA video. On your right, you have your JBL EON 1 Mark II, which I've had for a while now. And up to this point, after a number of years, which it's been out, it's been my favorite portable battery PA. New things are coming out on the market, like the Everse 12, which is louder, but I really haven't done an A/B test between those two, so I can't really say if the Everse 12 is better. So at this point, the Mark II is my favorite. It's not the loudest. It's a 123 dB, which is plenty loud, but it's just not the loudest at this point. And it has 140 degree dispersion, which is excellent. Only the Bose at 180 is better. It all packs up into one bottom bass bin. If you want to see more details about it, I do have a video about it. I'll put the link down below when I first purchased it. So this video is about pairing it up with another speaker and from your augs out. So I just got the speaker on the left, which is the JBL Partybox 320, which replaced the 310. I've been doing some testing and I'm very happy with it. Oh, I want to say right off the bat, I'm not going to be doing any sound demo. So I know some people watch the video and then they get disappointed without a sound demo. But I've been finding that, these pairing is a lot of difference in bass response. And because of the microphone I'm using, or just the YouTube format, whatever, I don't know. But when I watch it back, I really, after all the trouble I go through recording sound demos, I don't really hear a huge difference in bass. It sounds a little louder, but you don't really get the bass. So basically, people who are interested in these videos are gonna have to take my word for it, or they're just gonna have to get the idea is sparked, and then you can either borrow one or either or rent one and see if it works for you. So the JBL EON 1 Mark II has a very good bass response. It's a 10-inch woofer. And the 320, which is a party speaker, it has a reputation of having really good bass. And I can vouch for that reputation. It goes down to about 45 Hz, which isn't quite like a standalone subwoofer, like a Bose Sub 1, which goes down to 40, and it goes much louder. But at the volume that the 320 can produce, the bass is really nice. It's surprisingly good. What can I say? You have to hear it. Like I said, you have to hear it in person. The difference between these two speakers is one is a live PA speaker, which is the JBL, and the 320 is a Partybox speaker. So the difference there is in max volume. The Partybox can go up to about 106 dB max, which is plenty loud for a home situation, but it's not considered, obviously, a PA speaker. It can be put on a stand, the 320, but I find when you put it up on a stand, you're losing some of that bass reinforcement from the floor. So that's why you see it on the floor here. I'm using the 320 in this configuration as kind of like a mini subwoofer. And as I said, the JBL Mark II, the bass is plenty good, but the 320 is adding just that much more bass. Not drastic, not 100% more like a real subwoofer, but it's definitely noticeable. So that's it. That's the mix and match here. The JBL Mark II is $1,300. The price has been pretty steady after all these years, which tells me there's a good demand for the speaker. JBL has an excellent 7-year warranty, which they back up the product. They're matching Yamaha with the 7-year warranty, and they're even beating QSC, which has a 6-year warranty. The Partybox series, I'm not sure if it has a 7-year warranty. I know the EON series has a 7-year. I'm not sure about the Partybox. Probably not. Maybe someone could chime in the comments. So the Partybox speaker is retailing for $600. As I speak right now, JBL has it on sale for $550. So you put these two speakers together, you're pushing $1,900. That's in the price range of a Bose Pro 16, which goes louder and has that 180 degree. But this has two speakers where you can get that quasi stereo effect. These speakers will be, I'll show you the connection in a little while, but they'll both be playing in dual mono, not stereo, but your ear is fooled. By the way, I would never play these two speakers in this configuration. I'm playing in the hallway here in the home, and I just don't have any room. Normally, I would spread them out at least 10 feet, maybe 15 max. And they're both battery powered, so that's great. And it's a one cable setup. I'll show you the setup right now. Setup is super easy. There's just only one warning on your 1/4 inch out from the JBL EON Mark II. So the JBL is going to be my sending Bluetooth speaker. So from the AUX out, you want to use a guitar cable or a TS cable. You know it's TS because it only has one black hash mark. The opposite is a TRS cable, and that has two hash marks. I did try it with the TRS cable. It worked, but the bass was not there. When I switched it back to the TS cable, the bass came back. So definitely don't use TRS. And then you want to get this very inexpensive adapter. You know, I got this at Radio Shack. I don't know, I think Radio Shack is out of business right now, but Guitar Center has them for like $2 or $4 or something like that. And it's 1/8 inch on one side, and it's a 1/4 female on the other side. If you're interested in what cable I'm using, it's GLS Audio. I purchased it from Amazon, 15 or 12 feet for $20. It's a great cable, good reviews, and never had any issue with GLS Audio. Okay, so from your Mark II, you're going from your 1/4 inch pass-through, and you're gonna bring it over to your Partybox 320, and that's gonna be, so there I got my adapter on the GLS 1/4 inch cable, and you're going to the AUX in. Let's see, right there, AUX in. Very simple, can't be much simpler. I want to mention the weight on both units are very similar. The bottom bass bins, the Partybox 320 is 36 pounds, and I never actually weighed the Mark II, but I know the whole thing, when you pack up the column pieces into the bass unit, it's about 40 something pounds. So it's very comparable, and they kind of look similar size, so that kind of makes them look interesting. One of the tweaks that I mentioned in my last video, if you put the 320 in a corner, on the floor in a corner against the wall, you're gonna get like twice as much bass. Okay, so one of the tricky things about this video, because this was the first day I ever tried this, and like I said, it was successful. It is a pairing I'm gonna recommend. So if you have either or if you have the Mark II and you're looking for more bass, you can get a real subwoofer, obviously, but most of them are not with battery built in, so that's the issue. So I'm using the 320 as kind of like a subwoofer. It's just not don't expect real subwoofer performance, but it's good. It's definitely a difference. So yeah, so the only problem I ran across was gain staging. That's a little tricky. You have to spend a little time. I'll put my numbers down in the comments, and you can go from there. But the reason why it was a little tricky is because the Mark II is so much a louder speaker. Like I said, 123 dB max compared to 106. So what I did is I maxed out the JBL, put that up at max, and then I put my source, which was my phone at the time, at like 75%. And then I had to play around with the app, which is great, the JBL Mark II app. You can control the AUX speaker, in this case the 320. You can mute it, and you can adjust the gain to your liking. So my figures will just be a rough starting point, and then you adjust it the way you like it. But I was finding the Mark II was definitely overpowering the 320. So I had to turn down the Mark II considerably. bring up the 320 to 0 dB. It can go up to 6 dB, so it still had plenty of headroom. And one thing nice about the JBL Partybox series, you don't have to worry about maxing out the speaker or damaging it. It will automatically, when it gets too high, too much hot of a signal, it'll mute. So that's really nice. You don't have to worry about it. Obviously, I don't have the party lights on. If you like that, that's another great feature of the Partybox series. So that's it. So in conclusion is this is a successful mix and match. If you have the Mark II, you can purchase the 320, and then you have a second speaker. It's kind of like a left and right stereo, but it's not actual left and right stereo. But you can add a nice amount of bass for $600. So the closest real subwoofer that I have is the Bose Sub 1, which is $800. So this is a little less money, and you have once you have a Partybox speaker, then you can. I've used that in a car. Obviously you can't use the Mark II with that huge column in a car. So that's one way to use it. And then just people enjoy the Partybox series for karaoke or small gatherings, in the backyard, pool parties, park. And I'm thinking about 30 people or so. With the Mark II is much louder speaker, maybe, I don't know, maybe 75 people, the max, one speaker. Okay, this is Bill. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry there was no sound demo, but for the people who have been following my channels, you just have to take my word for it. This is Bill. Later. Of course, I got to mention that this is all battery operated system. No AC required. Okay, I said no sound demo, but I lied. That's just to get rid of the people who just come for the sound demo and don't want to hear the whole talk. Here we go.